Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game 3 of LGD.Forever Young versus ig.Vitality. We are watching the China Summit 6 qualifiers. And this is the final and deciding match to see who gets knocked out and who moves on to the lower bracket finals. Waiting in the lower bracket final, I believe, let me quickly check my schedule sheet. We got LGD waiting there. They did lose to eHome 2-0 earlier today. So LGD will go up either against LGD.FY or iG.V. And then tomorrow we'll have the grand final where eHome right now is, again, sitting and waiting. So, all right, let's see which of these two teams is getting the better of it. I am Luminous, and I'm not joined by anybody because Aosin was just too damn tired after that game. He will need to go to sleep. But thank him for joining us so far. So I gotta say, it seems like today's match has really been boiled down to who gets the next. I know that's like maybe oversimplifying the things a little bit here, but it feels like all of these games we do see OD still doing some amazing stuff. Yes, there was a 6 base damage nerf, but I'm not sure whether that was enough. To be fair though, I think his early game actually has been nerfed because of that, and he hasn't been as explosive, at least not as early on. So ig.Vitality will pick up the OD off of that immediately, and surprised to see that LG just don't go right into a Nyx pick. They pick up Earth Spirit, they pick up Slaughter, heroes that they are more comfortable with. Actually, I haven't seen LPC play Earth Spirit yet, and I think he's going to be the one that's playing it. Let's see, he's going to be working out. Ooh, 2 nerf heroes at once, OD plus Kunkka. Now, the Kunkka, in terms of the mid harass that you see paired up with the OD a lot, is not going to be as effective. Because normally you would Torn right after a Astro, and then you'll Torn again after 10 seconds and you get a kill. But here, we're going to have to wait a bit. But Kunkka's still a very good hero, especially if you don't build your entire game plan around Torrent. You'll be okay. LG lately has been drafting a lot of pushers. Today we've seen Chen. We saw things like Enigma coming out as well. But I think with Earth Spirit already selected for LGD, don't think those options are on the table anymore. I think we have to, if they're going to push, they're going to have to push with something like Ajikiro. Okay. Void as well as Axe being taken out. If they want to ban out AoE teamfight, I feel like ig.Vitality already has a lot of that. Maybe they're just targeting out offlaners that in July might be playing. By the way, in July, super MVP last game. Put his entire team on his back and just went to work. I think that's the first time I've ever seen a Clockwork solo carry that hard and end up the game with the highest damage output. That's insane. But that was probably like the best Clockwork game you could ask for. Anyways, don't think we're going to see a Clockwork this game. Back to LGD. Still need a mid, still need a carry, as well as another support. I think in the past you would say, look, Slaughter could play the carry position, you could even play the support position, but I think teams are now defaulting him back on the support, back on the off lane. I think he's just, much better there. Quite hard to kill. Oh, also, we've been seeing a lot of Rubik today. I personally theory crafted as a counter pick to the OD. Not a counter pick, but you basically steal Astro and save your allies when they're in a little tough spot. Seems like we're not going to get it this game. We might get a second phase pick, though. LPC spending a lot of time planning what could be the very last draft here at the Summit 6 for LGD. Ooh, Warlock. Okay, this is definitely taking a page out of the faceless playbook. If you guys tune into the C qualifiers, you see nothing but Warlocks, especially in the grand finals. I think Faceless picked it in 3 out of their 4 games. Fnatic's been picking it every single game. That's Jimmy's go-to hero. Not exactly sure how good it is, but it is a support that provides a little bit more push, which is, it feels like that's LGD's game plan. They don't just want to pick active ganking supports. They want to pick supports that could push, but Warlock's not exactly the best pusher. The Golem's very good at clearing out a creep wave, not so good at punching the tower itself. Some teams pair up the Warlock Golem with Bloodlust from Ogre. Then it gets like super memey and super crazy fast attacks. But we're not gonna see that here. Alright, I think chat is spamming about OD being picked game after game after game. Guys, you don't understand. Yes, OD is being picked, but guess which hero is being permabanned? You see this guy over here? We haven't seen him being played at all because every single game he's banned. And he's still getting nerfed. Like, we don't see him do anything and he's still getting nerfed. So, before you guys complain about OD, complain about Bounty Hunter. Although, you know, OD gets more camera time because he is there wrecking people. So, people rightfully complain more about OD. Also, Batrider got nerfed. First ban from LGD. Ooh, a Vengeful Spirit. Huh. So, I wonder why IG has picked up the Venge. Because Venge is just not a good pick if you want to counter Warlock. The whole idea about Warlock is when you go on somebody, you can't save that person. Like, it makes spells like Astral Imprisonment, Vengeful Swap very useless because of the AoE stun is so big. You lead a gank with Slaughter or stun, and as soon as the stun wears off, or even before the stun wears off, you Fatal Bond and you rock. And, you know, everybody's stunned up, there is no backup, and that person dies. So, I wonder if they got the memo for that one. So Luna without Shadow Demon, eh?
Sven stands ready.
Okay, Sven's good. Sven will give you some ability to blow up the Warlock, which is generally the way that teams have been dealing with the Warlock. You run a gank, treat him like a Shadow Demon, treat him like an Oracle. You go on that hero first, you kill him. And Sven, especially once you get the Blink Dagger plus Echo Saber, you have a ton of burst damage to bring him down. However, if you don't find Warlock, I think that the team fight gets really bad for ig.Vitality. You get rocked, you get Upheaval, you get Fatal Bond. And they take out Surge, yeah. Surge would wreck Upheaval, so... And of course, Darkseer is a great combination with Sven, so that makes sense too. I don't know, I feel like LGD's got the much better draft. Obviously, it comes down to play, but...
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiant's pick. Omni Knight.
Ooh! Omni off lane? Omni, Mr. I'm getting nerfed every patch off lane? Omni, how will Slack maintain 5k off lane? Alright, let's look at his shitty spells.
10 seconds to go.
20-second cooldown for a 5-second repel.
5 seconds.
Purification with 0 cast range. Alright.
Reserve time.
This is not a hero anymore, guys. This is becoming more a meme. Alright, we need a final pick here for LGD. It's going to be the superhero, and it's going to be Mr. Razor. Okay, good matchup against OD. Super strong against Sven if you get the link on him. And, yeah. I like LGD's pick much more. I feel like they don't understand the Warlock sufficiently, and they're going to get heavily punished by it. Unless LFY messes up, I think they should win the game off the power of the draft. However, there is the OS Frog Outworld Destroyer. His Arcane Warps will like 3-shot a Warlock Golem, so there is that. And they do have some decent team fight with the X-Torrent And, you know, obviously with a spend backup, so maybe I'm counting out ig.V a little bit too soon. Again, this is the Summit 6, a lower bracket matchup between these two teams. Game 3, loser is out.
5 seconds.
Alright, so let's quickly introduce the players. Dogfight, who had the amazing Earth Spirit last game.
Everybody gets set.
Ooh, the smoke both break, so they should know Yao has placed a ward here. Easy D ward, just drop that sentry. He's gonna be playing Kunkka again. We got Super playing Vengeful Spirits. We got In July on the off lane Omni Knight. Looks like he's jungling. Oh, this is not the way to go, boys. Sakata playing OD. And then we got Sven playing being played by Paparazzi. Alright, go last it. Why is he not last hitting it? Alright, there you go. It's like, what if somebody just comes up here and denies the ward? We got LPC playing Earth Spirit, Xiaowei on the Warlock, top lane Monet on that Luna. We got Super playing the mid lane Razor, and then we got Yao on the Slaughter.
30 seconds to go.
Jungle Omni Knight. Literally the slowest jungler. Well, not the slowest. Faster than some, but I mean, he doesn't have any innate jungle capabilities. He'll heal the creeps, but it ain't great. All right. Okay, Fatal Bond at level 1. I did not expect this. Okay, Yao's gonna get off a crush. The rune's gonna go to Super. They will get a first blood, and Fatal Bond is doing so much work. You never take Fatal Bond at level 1. You always take heal. What? Xiaowei, the director? Turning Dota 2? Okay. Well, I gotta say, Fatal Bond definitely did some work there. 2 kills immediately. And that's Boots on LPC, who actually got first blood. Looks like LPC got the first blood, Razor got the second kill and the bounty rune. Xiaowei will hang out on the mid lane. I guess the heal is not that effective if there's nobody laning against you, right? Ooh, looks like Xiaowei went for the courier snipe. He might turn back here as soon as he sees the courier. Alright, the courier runs down the mid lane. He drops the ward. I think he'll make it on time. If he gets a good courier snipe, the lane is over. He's gonna swing through the trees. One attack, no micro. Second attack, yep, that's gonna be a kill.
For the Radiant's courier. Poor little fella.
Yeah, you got In July jungling. Well done, boys. Oh, that is a mistake in July. You want to stand here, because this tree and this tree creates a choke point. So you only take one creep at a time, damage-wise. Alright. Looks like we're going to see some tactical suicide after this creep. And then go into the top lane, I guess? No suicide yet. Okay, got a purification. Okay, windlace. Alright, I could buy a fairy fire or something. He's cutting it close. Buy something fast. He bought another clarity, fairy fire. Alright, he just lost 60 gold for no reason. Could have bought a war for the team, bruh. Professional player.
Gold from my chest. Saw that coming.
Alright. I'm just gonna follow In July, because not often do we see an Omni Knight. Oh, he's back in the lane. Immediately proceeds to get owned. As Xiaowei says, get out of here. Degen Aura. I think Repel is actually better, even though it got nerfed. Alright, Yao. Not exactly sure what he's up to, but if he wants to gank mid, it is heavily scouted. 2 wards on the way. Alright. Xiaowei will continue to harass. He is hitting for hard. Yeah, plus 22 damage next to that Luna. Nicely done. And he will get the pull. The stack pull, in fact. Yeah, I don't know what In July is going to do. Especially now that he doesn't have repel. He actually can't even move up. This is actually a pretty big deal. His level 4 is going to be heavily delayed. And they should be aware of the fact that he doesn't have degen. Alright, super. Gonna go for the link. Actually, super doesn't have a single point into unstable current. That's really strange. Normally when you see the OD Razor matchup, you get a point into the unstable current. At least 2, or at least 1. Sometimes you even get 2. But it's all good. Alright, we're gonna have LPC circle around. He still wants the Omni Knight, who still hasn't gotten level 4 yet. Buys himself a clarity, okay. Ooh. Kunkka ports in. Maybe they're expecting a dive coming in. And they are pinging out Torrent. Slow down the tower. Uh-oh, Dogfights is dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead. ig.Vi comes in with a heal, okay. But they do have another beam. Yep, that's gonna be a kill. That is a Venge porting in. Yeah, I don't think you can port in here. Fatal Bond coming in against ig.Vi. The right clicks on him and they kill this creep wave. Does he die? He's like, no, Fatal Bond. Alright, he'll survive with 40 HP. Repel would not have helped there. Repel does not block Fatal Bond. And now, we can see LFY moving here as 4. And the Luna Aura being applied on everybody. Working hard on this tower. Alright, Omni Knight level 4. Got no items. Mid lane though, looks like we're gonna see a gank setup. Super is gonna run in with Link. He's really out of mana, so he can't really chase too deep, so. Slaughter after doing stuff for the team. Ooh, Slaughter is actually doing way worse than Omni Knight. He's only level 2, guys. Alright, he's gonna get some levels under this tower right now, but Paparazzi, not gonna let him have anything. Denying under the tower, dude. That's cold. Alright, there we go. We are getting somewhat a slow game. We might see an Astro engagement here. Nope. Looks like a 2-man smoke. They want to shut down Slaughter bottom. I would say that Slaughter is already pretty shut down. It's only level 3. Looks like we're going to swing behind the tower. Sven's going to lay out the stun. Magic Missile, Torrent. At least that's how the gank should go. The IG supports are kind of walking randomly. Venge is looking to drop some ward, but the smoke breaks. Yao, does he know? Yao is actually running straight at Super. In fact, they have a little bit of backup here. Torrent will hit. Super is going to get silent. No! LPC silences Dogfight. Super got a link off against OD. He's taking a ton of damage. But here comes the Golden Eclipse. Get out of here, everybody. Monet has joined the party. Sakata does have a repel, but is running out because it's a very low-level repel. They're going to focus on LPC. LPC will get off of silence. And now they run away. Super is really low. It's going to give a little bit of vision to the team. Rowan's going to miss Sakata. Okay, Paparazzi is going to get crushed. Nice Astro by Sakata, but he's still surrounded by 4 heroes. The kick is going to be there. It hits 2. LPC's done it. He's... Okay. Slaughter is going to go down. They were going to kill ig.Vi on the backline as well. Sakata drops an ultimate, and it looks like this Aether is going to get the last hit. Sakata still hangs around minus 70 damage. And he's not going to get the kill against LPC. So a crazy chaotic team fight. But at the end of the day, Monet has survived. And Sven has not. And Monet has gotten a couple kills in that engage. So I'm going to call that a dire victory. 4 for 2. Well, one of them denied the neutral. So really 4 for 1. And LFY wins a big one. Huh. Venge, no point to the aura. Normally you don't see that build too often because Venge can't really support all that mana spamming by leveling up her spells. But all that thought, we're going to see multiple people circle around. Luna has ported in. This is going to be a tough kill. They do have a lot of burst though. Alright, Torn, Magic Missile. They need a purification. Heal, it's going to be good. They X him back. Do we have Rock at the ready? We don't. The heal comes a little bit late. The Fatal Bond does hit, but not going to be enough. Xiao a little bit out of position to heal his core. A nice X-Pack, pulling him out of Xiao A's range. Slaughter looks like he's finally getting some levels. And he'll need some farm as well. Normally when you see Yao play Slaughter, he's actually quite good at doing a lot with like no blink. I feel like this game, especially against an Omni Knight, you can't just run in and surprise people and get kills. Definitely need to get a blink to increase his effectiveness. Okay, looks like we are going to see a smoke play here. Warlock is level 6. And generally this is the time that you want to make a smoke gank. Drop that rock, get a kill. Well, they might get their smoke cancelled. Super in a perfect good position. He's going for a stack. Yao reacts a little bit late. Are they going to commit the rock for this? Roll forward. It will not hit, but the stun will. Super will go down to Super. As he backstabs with a plasma field. But they are scouting out the stack. Drops a sentry. I gotta say, Fatal Bond plus Magnetize is probably one of the most insane AoE combo that you could do, like at level 7. And I wonder if they pick that in mind. And if Xiao is maxing Fatal Bond with that in mind. Right, we're grouping up and pushing. Although doing it without the Luna is somewhat questionable. Meanwhile, speaking of Luna, looks like he's going for a support kill. Dogfights will hit a torrent. And he could easily pour it out here behind these line of trees. The beams! Not going to be there. Nicely done. Looks like he was able to juke out an ult from the Luna. Alright, they're pinging out Xiao 8. They need to burst him down quick, but just don't think that's happening. And now Super gets off a great drain. Here comes the rock paparazzi. I think that's going a little bit too deep. He does have to repel, but I don't think they care. Super, he has plus 200 damage. Somebody said OD does more damage? I don't know. And here comes Super on the backline. Paparazzi's trying to fight himself out of there. 1 hit, boom. 2 hit, dead. Double kill on Super. And they're gonna push. Paparazzi thought he could just run and get a Warlock kill. I don't know. I don't know what patch of Dota he's been playing, but getting linked up by Razor is not a good way to start the fight. Kunga bites a tome, and that's very necessary. He needs 6. His team needs him. We are losing fights after fights after fights. Now, with the Rock Golem down, I don't think LFY will look for a fight anytime soon. But this is LFY we're talking about. They're very aggressive. Now, still quite a ways away from his blink. Now, if we check out the levels, Venge is not 6 yet. Some of these supports should be more level than they are, I feel like. Xiao though, definitely not under level. Does he have a Midas finished? Alright. How does this man do it? 12-minute Midas Warlock on the 5 position support buying wards. When you're 3, or when you, what was his score? He's only got 6 assists. He doesn't even have kills. How's he got an early Midas? I don't know. LPC's also doing amazingly. He's 3-0-7. Okay, there is a big stack here by IG. Are they actually gonna take the stack? Well, it's not any bigger because this ward's still here blocking it. Looks like we're doing a gank up top. Scan. Nope. Luna says, I feel the gank coming. I'm gonna port bottom. Oh, what? They're going to Roche? Yeah, you get Slaughter. Did not expect this Roche this early. Dragonlance up. Uh-oh, Venge comes in for the terror, and Super might be in trouble. Oh, that kick from downtown! Yeah, they got the... Okay, nice repel, keeping him alive. Monet getting some of his install, and meanwhile there's a bolt, and they're gonna find themselves LPC. LPC's gonna go down as well. Upheaval in a very nice chokehold, and look at that. It was very important to kill LPC, because Upheaval plus Fatal Bond, they're gonna pop the heal from in July. There's a repel on him as well, and Monet comes in with Eclipse, not actually doing anything. And now they're chasing into this rock, comes off cooldown. They do finally get Paparazzi. On the back line, Sakata going up against the Warlock, and now in the front, Super going for hard. He does have nuke in about a couple seconds. Is he chasing for this? It looks like he is. No, he's gonna turn back. I gotta say, LFY chased pretty hard into that one without having Rock at the beginning of the fight. I think they saw their ult coming off cooldown soon, so they're like, okay, let's chase. We have our ult. But by the time the ult came out, they already lost like 2 heroes. So that was a pretty bad fight for LFY, all things considered. And these Luna Eclipses, they're just not doing much. The repel was super good on in July, so you can see that with this hero being nerfed, still having some strong application in this game. It's got the Soul Ring, Arcane Boots up. I think the next item you want to be getting on this hero is probably Force Staff. There's a lot of kiting in these fights involved, so having a Force Staff goes in a long way. IG says, guys, there is no Rock on the other side, so let's push. Rarely you see a Sven participate this early. In fact, he's not going for the standard build of the Helm into Echo Saber Blink. Armlet. He wants to fight early. Okay. Stormhammer is going to be there. They light him up. Upheaval is going to drive everybody away. And that's going to be tower defended. Meanwhile, Monet is just pressuring tier 2 top, so. Yeah. Perhaps going back for the Roche. I think most teams would see, look, Slaughter's at 1800 gold. Slaughter just go farm. But LFY, they don't slow down. They don't farm. Alright, looks like he will farm now. Too much of a risk to get into a fight right now. Delphi swings around. Ooh. I was gonna say, did this ward dodge a sentry? But I think this ward was placed after the sentry was placed. Alright, we are gonna have Blink. He doesn't buy the Blink. He buys it in the base. Could have bought it in the side jump. Interesting. Okay, 4-man Ancients. What Dota 2 was always designed to be. 4-man Ancient. I wonder if Super is going to get a Hurricane Pike as well. You generally don't want to get on Razor, because Razor is kind of item dependent, and you don't have 2k to be throwing around, but against this lineup, I feel like it's super good. Okay. Torrent's going to hit on 3. That's a good Torrent.
Seems the Dire's mid tower's been disowned.
Oh, they're going to ping out Roche. This time they got all their ults back up. Warlock ult is going for X. Man, having a support Warlock, once in a while, you just have a game like this, and you just turn into a core. It's getting close, but because of the Warlock ult, I don't think they can fight into this. Terra's gonna scout it pretty low. They're gonna try to think about dropping Torrent, but here comes Slaughter on the backline. Rock's gonna get dropped. Fatal Bond on everybody with Magnetize on top, and that's way too much damage. They're gonna use the Guardian Angel right from the beginning of the fight, and they are gonna block quite a bit of damage, but on the backline, Supers on a monster kill streak. We got an Eclipse being dropped on the right side. They see Paparazzi. He's being isolated. 2 for 1 is the exchange, and the beam will cancel the TP. 4 for 1 is the exchange. I do believe Fatal Bond plus Magnetize has cleaned up in the team fight. I really want to see damage output. Luna with her ultimate, Razor, and quite a bit from the Fatal Bond of the Warlock. It's a shame that the Earth Spirit dies so quickly, or else we're going to see even more Magnetized damage being applied. But man, you can see without BKB, this IG team just cannot fight into Rock as well as Magnetize. It's not even close. And I believe Eclipse definitely hit on point that time around, as Monet did do the most damage in that team fight. Monet gonna go for the Helm build herself. Has already been stacking. Will continue to do so. And we really need a Blink Dagger ASAP. Oh no, Sven's going for Drums. I don't think Drums is gonna be the way you win these fights. I think you win this fight by kind of surprising them. And I do believe there's a Warlock backstabbing a Sven, guys. We've seen it all. Alright, well, he's actually fighting his way out of there. A little bit of heal on the LPC. The sun comes in, but Xiao A will die. But they will get paparazzi for it. I say that though, defensive swap and a torrent, they save paparazzi. And maybe they'll turn it around. Great reactive play here by IG. I thought for sure that Sven was dead, but he had team.
A soldier's fortune. Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, what's for sure is that Sven is definitely getting outfarmed by Luna by quite a wide margin. 2,500 goal lead. At least these two being compared. 2,500, that's like, you know, a Blink or a Force Staff or a Dragonlance, so, or a Yasha. Luna definitely quite ahead and continue to be ahead because she's taking ancient stacks while Sven is not. All right, we got Rock back up in about 20. It's time to go. Fatal on Upheaval. It looks like he's gone back for maxing Upheaval. I like this choice. Like I mentioned during the draft, it's super good versus Sven, especially when he doesn't go Blink. Like going drums does not solve the problem of Upheaval.
Radiant's bottom tower.
All right, Monet's gonna hit the tower. And what will iG.V do? A heck lot of nothing.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's
I'm gonna give the tower for free here. Luna gets the last hit.
bottom tower.
First person to break the 5-digit net worth. Is there more stacks? Nope. Hasn't been a while yet since we last looked.
Dyer's top tower's getting beat down.
And we are about 1,200 gold from Xiaowei's axe. Now normally the Warlock Ultimate, sorry, the Chaotic Offering, it's not really about the rocks. I mean, the rocks are decent for pushing down a tier 1 or a tier 2 tower. The damage is pretty negligible because heroes could easily kite away from them. But when you have 2 rocks, when people are Fatal Bond up, and when Sakura jump like this, he is in a lot of trouble. Nice bash from Yao. No Astral. Super is beyond godlike. This is yet another game that he's beyond godlike. Game 1 on a big OD. Game 3 on a Razor. He is going up in the high ground. And yes, they have Rock available. They have Aegis on Luna. Will this be it by iG.V? Defensive swap, but immediate back out. Critical mistake by Super. You need a Howl or drop an Urn Charge on the target that you're going for, or else it's not going to work. They're going to focus on Super, but Upheaval. Back it up, boys. Oh no, Paparazzi. He is slow as a molasses in there. They stun him up. He's down to half HP. Guardian Angel being forced out. The bolt's going to be there. But here comes the Eclipse. Monet will run back because there is a repel. Okay, Rock's going to be there slowing him down. And they're linking him. He doesn't care. He still wants to man fight. But he cannot man fight against Rock, Blink, as well as everything else. They do X up the Luna. But Luna still has Aegis. He's fine. Okay, the Rock, Fatal Bond a couple of heroes. Sakata being healed back up. And the Raxes are exposed. Tor not going to hit on anybody. They don't have bolt. They don't. Swap came off cooldown, so maybe we're gonna see a swap play again. Upheaval again. Swap Monet back in, but Monet looks like he got X back. I'm not sure exactly where he went, but dogfights. He is in a lot of trouble. Tier 4s are helping him out. The Warlock ult. Golem, get the last hit. Yeah, looks like the Urn did it. GG is gonna get forced out, and LFY eliminates ig.Vitality from the Summit China running. Well done. I thought LGD had the better draft, and they showed it. The last pick, Razor, really made it super difficult for Sven. I don't think the Venge pick actually did anything. And I just think that the iG.V drafter did not sufficiently understand how Warlock is meant to be played at this level. Again, like so many times in these fights, somebody goes on an enemy hero, they try to save him, Warlock, oh, boom. You get the kill, you win the team fight, and you push. LFY will continue and move on. And that means they're going to come up next and face LGD. So it's going to be LGD versus LGD bloodbath. The next game will happen in about 30 minutes. Yes, it's about 30 minutes. We'll have the next game up. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. I am Luminous. You can follow me at Luminous Inverse. And yeah, I'll be back for the next game. See you guys in a bit.